Remy Ma has officially broken her silence, and the words coming out of her mouth are so raw, so personal, that the entire internet froze. After weeks of whispers, leaked photos, and cryptic posts, the Bronx legend finally addressed the rumors. Heat on. And when she said, "You left me for a woman who already had a fiancé," the live chat exploded like fireworks. This wasn't a subtweet. This wasn't shade. This was a direct hit at Papoose, the man she stood beside through prison sentences, industry beef, and public scandals. Now, Remy's pulling back the curtain, claiming she's been sitting on the truth while the world painted her as the problem. Screenshots, voice notes, and jaw-dropping insider accounts are revealing a tangled love triangle that makes reality TV look tame. But if you think Remy's about to play the victim, think again. She's here to burn it all down. It started with whispers. Tiny pieces of gossip slipping through comment sections and DM threads that Papoose had been seen a little too cozy with someone who wasn't Remy Ma. At first, it seemed ridiculous. After all, these two were supposed to be the definition of ride or die. But then, a grainy paparazzi shot leaked Papoose at a late-night dinner with a mystery woman, his hand resting on hers in that unmistakable, intimate way. The internet went into overdrive, playing detective like their lives depended on it. Faces were zoomed in, angles enhanced, and before long, the mystery woman wasn't a mystery anymore. It was a name that made jaws drop. A woman who, according to every gossip page, already had a fiancé. The backlash was instant. Fans couldn't wrap their heads around why Papoose, the man who had spent years publicly defending and uplifting his marriage to Remy Ma, would risk it all for someone else, let alone someone who wasn't even available herself. While Remy stayed quiet, no cryptic tweets, no Instagram subtweets, just silence. That silence made the rumors louder. Bloggers claimed it was because she was hurt too bad to speak. Others suggested she was plotting her revenge. But those who know Remy knew, when she finally decided to talk, she wasn't going to hold back, and then it happened. Saturday night. Out of nowhere, Remy Ma hit the go live button on Instagram. The frame came into focus, dim lighting, hair slicked back into a sharp ponytail, hoops glinting under the ring light, a glass of wine in her hand. She didn't waste time with greetings. No, "Hey y'all," no, "How's everybody doing?" She went straight for the jugular. "You left me for a woman who already had a fiancé." Nah, see, y'all not hearing me? The chat exploded instantly. Thousands of viewers flooded in, comments flying faster than the screen could refresh. Heart emojis, shocked faces, fire symbols, the kind of digital chaos that lets you know you're witnessing a moment that's going to make headlines. Remy leaned forward, voice steady but dripping with disbelief. "I've been holding this in because I thought maybe there was a part of you that would come to your senses before I had to make it public. But nah, you doubled down." According to Remy, she found out the truth weeks ago, not from the internet. Not from the blogs, but from someone in her own circle. A friend of a friend saw y'all. She didn't even want to tell me at first, because she thought I'd flip out. But you know me, I don't go off rumors. So I checked for myself. And guess what? It wasn't a rumor. She then claimed she'd confronted Papoose privately. "I looked you dead in your face and asked you straight up. And you didn't even deny it. You just hit me with that little smirk and said, 'It's not what you think, boy.' If it wasn't what I think, then why'd the receipts match up perfectly with what I already knew?" At this point, people in the comments started tagging the alleged other woman's name, which Remy didn't say out loud, but she didn't exactly deny either. She only added one brutal line, "And sis, if you're watching this, hope your fiancé's watching too." The live took a sharper turn from there. Remy didn't just focus on the betrayal. She broke down why this hit so hard. She reminded everyone of the years she spent holding down the marriage while Papoose stood by her through prison. How they'd built their brand on loyalty and respect. How they'd survived more than most couples ever could, only for him to throw it away over something she described as messy, sloppy, and embarrassing. You could have at least picked someone single. Cool. You could have at least spared me the public humiliation. Cool, but nah. You went for the drama. By now, screenshots were flying across Twitter, stills from the live, quotes from her most cutting lines, and of course, side-by-side comparisons of Papoose and the woman in question. But Remy wasn't done. She reached for her phone, tapped a button, and pulled up what she called proof. It was a series of blurry but damning photos. Papoose and the woman, not in the infamous dinner setting, but at what looked like a hotel lobby. His arm was around her waist, hers around his. A timestamp in the corner put the date squarely in the middle of the period when Remy says they were supposed to be working on things. The chat went insane. Viewers were demanding more, asking for names, begging for her to spill everything. But Remy just shook her head. See, I could air it all out right now. I could give y'all every single detail. But I'm not even doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for me. I've been sitting in this pain long enough, and I'm done protecting people who didn't protect me. Her tone shifted then, softer but more dangerous. I don't know if you thought I'd just cry and let it slide. But let me remind you, I don't lose. Not in music, not in life, and definitely not in love. And with that, she ended the live without warning, leaving her followers stunned and desperate for more. Within minutes. Hashtags like #Remy, break silence, and #PAPOOSE exposed were trending on Twitter. Bloggers were uploading clips of the live before it even finished processing on Instagram. Fans were divided, some furious on Remy's behalf. Others accusing her of going too far by dragging the alleged other woman's engagement into the mess. Meanwhile, Papoose's account stayed silent. No posts, no stories, not even a like on anything related to the scandal. Some saw it as guilt. Others thought he was just plotting his response. But one thing was certain after a silence that had fueled speculation for weeks. Remy had just set the stage for a war that was about to get very public. Very fast. The morning after Remy Ma's live, the hip-hop world woke up to chaos. Every gossip blog from the Shade Room to Hollywood Unlocked had Remy's quotes plastered across their feeds in bold letters. Fans were dissecting every facial expression she made during the live, every pause, every sly smile. But the real shock came around noon when Papoose finally broke his silence, sort of. Instead of a direct statement, he posted a black and white photo of himself in the studio. No caption, no hashtags. Just the image of him leaning over a notebook, pen in hand. Within minutes, the comments section flooded with split opinions. You better write her an apology track, Pap. This man stays in the studio every time there's drama. Just say you're sorry. Studio time won't fix this one. While his post gave nothing away, it didn't stop people from speculating. Screenshots began surfacing, allegedly from a private group chat Papoose had with close friends. In the unverified messages, Papoose claimed the mystery woman was just a friend, and that the photos had been taken out of context. Man, they making it look like I was out here wildin'. It's not even what it was. She's a friend. I've known her for years. Her situation is her business, not mine. But if Papoose was hoping this explanation would calm things down, it had the opposite effect. The blogs ran with headlines like Papoose denies affair, calls viral photos, misunderstood, and is Pap gaslighting Remy Ma. By mid-afternoon, a new name entered the chat, and that's when things really went left. Clarissa Shields, the boxing champ and longtime friend of both Papoose and Remy, posted a cryptic Instagram story. It was a plain black background with white text. Some of y'all should have thought twice before disrespecting a real one. No tags, no names. But within minutes, fans were connecting dots. Claressa had been seen hanging out with the alleged mystery woman at an event earlier in the year. Could it be that she knew more than she was letting on? Hours later, another bomb dropped. An anonymous source leaked a short voice memo to a gossip page. In the clip, a woman sounding suspiciously like Claressa could be heard saying, "If Remy knew half of what I know, she'd never speak to him again." The audio was only 8 seconds long, but it was enough to send social media into meltdown. People were tagging Remy in the comments, urging her to ask Claressa for the receipts. That night, Remy posted an Instagram carousel. The first image was her in a killer black dress, looking unbothered. The second slide, a screenshot of a text conversation. The sender, saved as in her phone, had written, "You should know your man's been lying to you for months." That dinner wasn't the first time. Remy didn't confirm who sent the message, but fans speculated it was Claressa. Meanwhile, the alleged other woman decided to step into the spotlight. She posted a close-up selfie to her Instagram stories with the caption, "Everybody loves to talk when they don't know the full story. Mind your business." But instead of calming things down, this only made people dig deeper. Within an hour, internet sleuths had found her fiancé's page, and yes, he had unfollowed her. That discovery alone lit the internet on fire. Twitter threads started piecing together a timeline, complete with side-by-side images of Papoose's outfits from different sightings, trying to prove he'd been meeting this woman in secret for months. One viral tweet read, "If Pap was really just friends with her, why is he at her hotel in sweats at 1 a.m.? The public was eating up every messy detail. Memes flooded timelines. TikToks with dramatic reenactments of Remy's live hit, hundreds of thousands of views in hours. But just when people thought the day couldn't get any wilder, Papoose went live. It wasn't flashy, just him in his living room wearing a plain hoodie, cap pulled low. His tone was calm, but his eyes said, "Otherwise, I'ma say this one time because I don't do the internet circus. Remy, you know me better than anyone. I ain't perfect, but I ain't what they saying I am. I didn't leave you. I didn't cheat on you. People love to spin stories 'cause it sells." He paused, leaned closer to the camera. "And as for all these so-called friends putting their 2 cents in, y'all better keep my name out your mouth." Viewers were quick to note the friend's comment, suspecting it was aimed directly at Claressa. And sure enough, less than an hour later, Claressa posted a selfie with the caption, "If the shoe fits." By the end of the night, Remy had reposted a fan-made TikTok of her walking away from a car with the song "Irreplaceable" by Fiancé playing in the background. No words, just the clip. To fans, this was confirmation. Remy was done. By the next morning, the hip-hop world wasn't just talking, it was screaming. Hashtags like #RemyVSPap, #CLARESSA and #Fiancégate had dominated Twitter for over 24 hours. Every podcast, gossip, blog, and TikTok drama page had already picked a side. But what nobody expected was that Clarissa Shields was about to set the internet on fire again, this time intentionally. Around 11 a.m., Claressa posted a simple Instagram story. A video clip of her holding a phone, scrolling through her camera roll. The audio silent. The caption, "Y'all really want the truth." That was it. No follow-up, no explanation. Within minutes, her DMs were exploding, blogs were screenshotting the post, and fans were begging her to go live. By 4 p.m., she did. The live started slow, Claressa sitting on a couch in a matching sweatsuit, hair pulled back, no glam. She looked serious, almost hesitant. But once she started talking, the hesitation vanished. "I tried to stay out of this. I really did. But since people want to throw my name around, let's talk about it." She began by confirming what fans suspected. Yes, she knew the other woman in question, and yes, she'd warned Papoose not to get involved. "I told him straight up, she's messy, she's engaged, and she loves attention. You're going to end up in the blogs." And here we are. But Claressa didn't stop there. She claimed that not only had she witnessed Papoose and the woman together on multiple occasions, she also had proof that contradicted his "we're just friends" narrative. "Y'all seen the dinner pictures. Y'all seen the hotel lobby pictures? What you didn't see was them leaving together, same night, same car, same hotel. And don't tell me I'm lying, because I got timestamps. The chat was going insane, people demanding she drop the receipts. Claressa smiled, shook her head, and dropped a bombshell instead. You think I'm doing this to hurt Remy? Nah. I'm doing this because I told Pap to his face that if he tried to play me like I was lying, I'd air him out. Guess what? He played me. Then came the moment that froze the internet. Claressa reached for another phone, tapped on the gallery, and flipped the camera so viewers could see. On the screen was a short video, shaky but clear enough. Papoose, standing outside what looked like a hotel entrance, arm around the waist of the mystery woman. She kissed him on the cheek, he kissed her back, and they walked inside together. The timestamp. 3 weeks before Remy's live. The comments exploded. Oh, HHH. It's over for him. Why didn't she drop this sooner? Remy needs to leave right now. The clip was barely 10 seconds long, but it was enough to destroy any hope of Papoose controlling the narrative. Claressa ended the live without answering questions, saying only, "If you lie, you die by the truth. Remember that?" Within an hour, the video was everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube compilations of the entire saga. Bloggers dubbed it the knockout clip, a nod to Claressa's boxing career. Papoose, for his part, went into defense mode. Late that night, he posted a long Instagram note, accusing Claressa of clout chasing and turning a private matter into a circus. People will do anything for attention. Me and my wife's issues are between me and my wife. Period. Anybody outside of that is just adding fuel to a fire that ain't theirs. But the damage was already done. The following morning, Remy Ma posted a single photo, her hand, without a wedding ring, resting on a plane's armrest. The caption, "New chapter." Fans immediately flooded the comments with messages of support and heartbreak. Some even begged her to give Papoose another chance. But the majority cheered her on, telling her to leave the drama behind. Meanwhile, the alleged other woman finally broke her silence with a petty Instagram story. Funny how everybody got so much to say about my life when they don't even know me. This only made things worse. It's still unclear who leaked screenshots, allegedly showing her texting a friend. He said he's done with her anyway. Let's wait till I post our real pics. Whether real or fake, the screenshots went viral, painting her as the ultimate villain in the saga. By that evening, TMZ had picked up the story, with a headline that read, "Remy Ma and Papoose, marriage on the rocks." After video evidence surfaces, the report included sources close to Remy, claiming she was seriously considering separation and no longer interested in public reconciliation. And just when everyone thought the drama had reached its final chapter, a twist no one saw coming landed like a THUNDERCLAP, a well-known gossip podcaster, revealed on her live stream that she'd been in contact with the fiancé, the man that was supposed to marry the other woman. And let me tell you, he's got a lot to say. The podcaster claimed the fiancé had evidence that the woman had been cheating on him for months, not just with Papoose, but with another man entirely, and that he was now considering a public statement to clear his name and expose the truth. The cliffhanger was almost too much for fans to handle. The possibility of a fourth person being dragged into this tangled mess sent the internet spiraling. By midnight, #Fiancé Speaks was trending. Everyone was waiting to see if the mysterious man would appear and shatter what little was left of Papoose's defense. Remy Ma, however, remained silent. No more posts, no lives, no interviews. It was as if she decided her one explosive live stream was all the closure she needed, at least publicly. But behind the scenes, friends of the couple claimed she'd already spoken to her lawyers. If that's true, then the next chapter in this saga isn't going to be on Instagram or Twitter, it's going to be in court. And there you have it. Fam, what started as whispers in the background has now turned into one of the messiest love triangles the hip-hop world has ever seen. From Remy's emotional bombshell, to Claressa dropping that knockout clip, to the fiancé circling in with his own tea. This isn't just drama anymore, this is war. But here's the thing, we still don't know the full truth. Is Papoose hiding more than he's admitting? Is Claressa sitting on even bigger receipts? And when the fiancé finally speaks, will he blow this whole thing wide open? You already know we're locked in on this story 24/7, so make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss a single twist. And drop your thoughts below, because I need to know whose side you're on right now. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. #Remy Ma, #PAPOOSE, #CLARESSA Shields, #HipHopDrama, #FiancéGate.